A young girl is fighting for her life after being shot while eating in a restaurant in East London. Armed police and ambulance crews were called to the scene in Hackney on Wednesday night, May 29th. It followed reports of shots being fired from a motorbike near a restaurant on Kingsland High Street. A 9-year-old girl who had been eating dinner with her family was discovered with a gunshot wound. She was rushed to hospital, where she remains in a critical condition. 3 other men, aged 26, 37, and 42, who were sitting outside the restaurant, were also shot. In a statement today, police described their conditions as stable and said one potentially faces life-changing injuries. Detective Chief Superintendent James Conway of the Metropolitan Police said the girl and the men injured are not believed to be known to each other, adding the child was an innocent victim of the indiscriminate nature of gun crime.
Good afternoon. I'm Detective Chief Superintendent James Conway, the local policing lead here in Hackney and Tower Hamlets, and I'm joined by the Mayor of Hackney, Caroline Woodley, reflecting the incredible joint working relationship and response to this incident from both the police and the council here in Hackney. It saddens me deeply to say that at about 9:20 last night on Kingsland High Street in Hackney, 3 men and a 9-year-old girl were shot when a firearm was discharged from a motorbike. I know that local people will be extremely concerned by this incident. We share that concern, and an urgent investigation has been launched to identify and apprehend those responsible. 3 men aged 26, 37 and 42 who were sitting outside a restaurant were taken to hospital for treatment for gunshot wounds. Their conditions are stable, but one potentially faces life-changing injuries. A 9-year-old girl who was inside the restaurant having dinner with her family suffered a gunshot wound, and she remains in hospital in a critical condition. Our thoughts are with her family, and they are being supported, as you would expect, by specialist officers. We do not believe that the girl and the men injured were known to each other. And as with any child, she was an innocent victim of the indiscriminate nature of gun crime. Police arrived at the scene within minutes of the crime being reported, and 2 crime scenes remain in place at Kingsland High Street and Calverston Crescent, where we recovered a motorbike that we believe was used in the shooting and which we now know to have been stolen. The investigation is being led by our specialist crime colleagues, and we're supporting them with specialist local officers as we conduct fast-time inquiries to identify and apprehend those responsible and to establish the motive behind the shooting. The investigation is at an early stage, and we're keeping an open mind as to that motive. We're keen to identify other witnesses who were in the area around the scene at the time of the shooting. Similarly, if you're in Kingsland High Street at the time of the shooting and have information or footage from a phone or another device, please share that with us. This is a fast-moving, complex investigation, and we'll be working closely with our specialist crime colleagues, our partners in the council and other partners to establish the facts over the coming days. Locally, people can expect to see a significant police and council presence in the area, including armed officers, to provide reassurance and support. We will also continue our unrelenting focus on suppressing violence, gun crime, and the offenders who endanger our communities here in Hackney. Events such as these are rarely spontaneous. Someone knows who was responsible. This was a shooting that's left a little girl fighting for her life. If you have any information that could assist us with the investigation, please do the right thing and make contact with us. You can contact us by calling 101, or if you wish to report information anonymously, you can call Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111 or report to Crime Stoppers online at crimestoppers-uk.org. Alternatively, to speak to officers directly, you can call our incident room on 0208 345 3865. Please do get in contact with us if you have any information.